Hi, this is Doug and Brad from the Dark Sliders podcast.
Hey everyone.
Honestly, Brad, I think we've been mostly just playing Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah, I played nothing but Metal Gear Solid and Madden this week, so you can go back and listen to us talk about those in our previous videos and pretend like it's new if you really want to.
yeah. Yeah, actually literally the only new thing I played was the Tearaway demo, which I think is actually interesting enough to talk about, and that's what I'm going to talk about as my game of the week, or game I played this week. So, I downloaded this demo. Me and Brad, let's just preface, have both played and beaten Tearaway for Vita, which is not
And
something a
have
lot of
very
people have
different
done.
opinions about it, I think.
Say that again?
I think we both had very different opinions about it.
I think I liked it. I remember liking it.
Yeah, I thought it was okay.
It was one of those games I really really wanted to like, I guess, because I really like the aesthetic. There's something just a little weird about the gameplay, but that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is when I downloaded the PS4 demo, I just wanted to see what it was like. Okay, because I heard it's like, it's a remake of the Vita version. What does that mean? So I booted up the demo, and the demo is actually surprisingly long. It's like an hour and a half long, maybe, and it's just the intro scene of the game. And based on what I've played the Vita version, this one's like, when they say remake, they like redid a ton of stuff. Like I would say, like people try to throw around percentages of like how much is new, how much is the old stuff. Like I'd say like 80% of it's new. Like 80 to 90,
Really?
yeah, 80 90%. Like so what it is, so something like the platforms will be laid out the same way, but because think of every single time you use touch in that game, they had to change something.
Yeah.
So every single thing touch related is now changed to you use the dual shock as like a light source for him instead, but like every time you use your finger they had to change that, so all the touch screen stuff is now changed.
Yeah, because I guess thinking back to that, like 90% of that game is touch control because it's you hit the back to bounce and you hit the forward to push down, or on the front screen to push down on it. Yeah, I guess that wouldn't really work for that, so you guess you'd have to. So that would make sense that there's a lot of it new.
Yeah, so I was actually really surprised. It's kind of cool like having played the Vita version, because it feels like not only is it a remake, so like all the levels they'll it's such like a weird balance of like the platforms would be laid out the same, but the way that you would, because of the lack of touch screen, the way you traverse would be a little bit different. Like in this one, there's like bramble patches, I guess is the best way, or it's like these vines of paper that kind of choke out platforms, so you have to sit there and use your light bar to burn away. So none of that stuff was in it, but the platforms, how they're laid out, is similar to the Vita version. So it is kind of like a complete remake, which I was really surprised at. I think at $40 from what it was, I would highly recommend this game. I think if you play the demo, that gives you a really really good idea of what Tearaway is. I remember when I played the demo on Vita, I was kind of like, oh, maybe I like this game, maybe I won't. I'll get it. But I think it's pretty reflective of the type of gameplay that you can expect. It's not really difficult. But I think PS4 right now is kind of lacking just laid back games, and not laid back in like, because there's like laid back arty games like Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, but just laid back as in like a fun kids game. This is a fun kids game with a super unique aesthetic, and I think if you play the Vita version, if you're a big fan of the Vita version, like this has so much new stuff that's been changed. You should absolutely pick it up if you're a fan of the Vita one. I don't know, I liked it, Brad. I think you should give it a try to see what it's like.
Yeah, I keep meaning to download it, but Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. Oh, actually, one thing I really did like about the demo. So when you played the Vita version, they clearly knew that you're playing a Vita, so they kind of do some like jokes, not jokes, but they kind of play around the fact that you're using your Vita. And this one, they play around the fact that you're like watching it on a TV. So the intro is like a little bit different, and like they're playing with your TV's brightness settings, and they're playing with like the channels on your TV and stuff like that.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah, when they first meet you, it's really really neat. Instead of now playing off a Vita screen, they're playing out the fact that you are playing it on a TV screen, and they play around a lot with that. I really really like that. Basically, if you've never played Tearaway, you should definitely at least give the demo a try on PS4. It's a really unique experience at the very least.
Wait, so I just thought of something because a big part of that game is that it's you and you're like in the sun or whatever, and you're trying to get to you because you're using like the camera on the Vita. How does that work?
Okay, so there's two ways they solve that. One, which is the more expensive way, and kind of like, well, I guess the only way we probably could have done it is that they had the PS4 camera. Like, if you had a PS4 camera,
Yeah, well, yeah.
that'd probably be the best way to play it.
But nobody has that.
Oh yeah, nobody has that. I almost bought one the other day. I almost got a PS3 iToy. It's like $5, but I really didn't need it for anything. Or the other one, which is actually really, really smart, is that you can use your camera. They have like an app. So the Tearaway app lets you, like, you know how like the video you could take pictures and use that as a texture?
Yeah.
Like you now do that with your smartphone. Or like you take pictures of yourself and use that instead.
Oh, like the second screen experience type thing.
Yeah, but it's like, but think about, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it, like the drawing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it's a second screen experience, but like, yeah, it's much it. I mean, the Vita was used almost the exact same control screen for drawing because like you really did use your finger to do it. So you're getting that Vita experience,
yeah.
like the things that were kind of unique to the Vita can be replicated on the phone. If you don't have either, which I don't, so I didn't have a camera, I didn't have that. They show the sun, and the sun, they don't make it, it's not as it's not as like dominant in the game. And mine was just like a white shininess that like it was so bright you couldn't see into it kind of thing.
Oh.
I imagine with the smartphone app you can do like a lot of cool stuff because there's a lot of parts where you have to take pictures of yourself and things like that, and then that's what the app is for.
That's kind of a cool way to solve that problem.
Yeah, because I was really curious how they're going to do it as well. But like we were saying, it's like nobody has a PS4 camera, so what the hell are they going to do? So yeah, using a smartphone.
So if you haven't had a chance to check out the Tearaway Unfolded demo yet, we'd highly recommend that you give that a chance. Of course, it's a demo, so it's free on PSN Store. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to, you can follow us on Twitter at darksliders_pod or subscribe to us here on YouTube for more content as it becomes available. Thanks for listening.